The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington Redskins and the Atlanta Falcons. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? They'll run for the first time with Freeman. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 26, check 26. 20. Space. Hey, echo. 35 the mic.
From the shotgun, Ryan. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
59, ready. You ready? Ain't no such thing as check. You got tight. 51. Two. Let it go.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Check. 51, stop.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Done. 35 the mic. Five.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that was knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Back.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run it. Freeman.
what you want, they really not. Niggas plot on everything you got. Streets left me with a heavy heart. Tears falling like the water when the levees drop. Boys in the hood, these niggas try, they screaming, let me out. No, they ain't riding, it was drama, I'm like, yeah, we out. Trying to please these niggas, shit gon' probably wear me out. Drive me crazy, I've been by myself lately. 40 on my belt lately, I ain't need no help lately. Niggas fuck me, I come around. And I felt crazy, cause I got a purple heart. Should I rather work and walk before I rock luxury with niggas that don't fuck with me? I'm starting to hate this fame shit. Look what it done done to me. See how these niggas turn their back when rappers try to comfort me. Don't want them in my company, just wanna be a company. 100 mil, dream chasing, chasing dreams. Haters faking, love is real. Niggas said I will win. Told them yes, the fuck I will. Hit the studio with all my feelings and I let them spill. Forever thorough. Be a sucker, nigga, no, I never will. No, I gave this hustle everything I got. Always kept it real from the very start. Niggas ain't thorough like I always thought. Damn, the game left me with a heavy heart. The streets left me with a heavy heart. Niggas say they with you when they really not. Niggas plot on everything you got. Streets left me with a heavy heart. My heart heavy, my soul cleaner. When Shorty got a big head, I was like, oh, Gina. I made a meal, I got a deal, I lit the whole team up. I had the whole squad lit, I had the city poppin'. I told my dog, don't listen to him, get caught up in that gossip. They wanna see you in the hood, back when you ain't got shit. Remember nights was on the grand, toasted with the pilot. And everything was sour, this little thing of ours. I gave this hustle everything I got. Always kept it real from the very start. Niggas ain't thorough like I always thought. Damn, the game left me with a heavy heart. The streets left me with a heavy heart. Niggas say they with you when they really not. Niggas plot on everything you got. Streets left me with a heavy heart.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Washington Redskins and the Atlanta Falcons. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And no run back here. This will be... Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Got it! 280! Check. Watch it before. You can't block me. Watch twist. 280!
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Right. Hey, turn it up. 36.
Ito Smith, his first carry. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Tuesday. No. Watch
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Tuesday. Face, 61, match box, right. Slam. Gotta go.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Got it. Get ready. Wait. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, D.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A 3rd down gain of 19. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
21. Mike 35. Come on. 35 the Mike. Check. Hey, Zoo. Check 43. 39. Check. Lucky. Alert 3.
On 1st down, Freeman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Mike 59, got him. Mike 25. Here we go. Kill, check. Got it. Slam.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Hey, wahoo! Hey, South! Not today. 35, 51, South! Mike 35. I'm on. Hey, Charlie! 21!
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, check. You got nothing. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 35. Got it. I'm coming after you. 21. Check. Hey, Strickland. 22.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown. first down they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the Redskins first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for Darius Geis. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full street. Bang, bang.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Play action. It's Newton. He completes it to Evans. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the whip.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. He can run for it, and he will. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
That's it, baby. That's it. Big hit.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Big series right here. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Mike 54.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play's going and being able to make a play on the football.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And counting the defense here, the Redskins have 6 defensive backs out there.
11. Space. Hey, 59, ready. Go. 52.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
That's it. 80. Let's go, D. Gun. 20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They fake the give. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And this is Parker, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
He'll find Parker again, complete. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Uncorks one for Davis. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, express. Move. Even. 4 down. Even. Hey, 11. 24. Check 24. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, Delta.
To throw again. Ryan looking deep for Julio. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off play action. Newton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
He's crashed. Hey, it's crashed. Tight up.
Here's Freeman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. A first down carry for Smith. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Keep it going.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Muhammad. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Check 39.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Check 55, Mike. Wait. Check 9. Check.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Let's put that team on 51. Jim. Showing it. Say. Get up.
Now Ito Smith, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
21, 51.
Here's Smith. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Gun.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
On
first down, it's Smith, and he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run with Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now it's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Right there.
On first down, it's Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run on first down. Jones. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, it's Jones. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A 5-yard touchdown run as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Go.
Here's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Ryan to throw. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
On second down, it's Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Ready! 54 Mike. Come on out here, come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some. He don't want it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Oh, you get fast.
Now Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Because you ain't never had a friend like me. You ain't never had a friend like me. You ain't never had a friend like me. My enemies are enemies, because you ain't never had a friend like me. My enemies are enemies, because you ain't never had a friend like me. My enemies are enemies, because you ain't never had a friend like me.